Hello, how are you? Hey, I hope you guys gonna have a great weekend today. I think it's going to be an exciting webinar tonight. One more thing that we will be really happy. I think everybody will like this one. The reason is because we're gonna have a real good recipe called custard, and only 4-gram carb. It was so good. I took 2 4-gram carb. I took 8 grams. It's very delicious. You can use it for breakfast, lunch, dessert, dinner. It's so easy to make. It's so good. So today you're gonna enjoy this. I hope that you're gonna have a great time having fun. OK， 多謝位堂友好高興咧，大家又見到面啦。咁其實今日咧，我有個好嘅 webinar 咧，點能夠令到自己係如果係前期患病者或者糖友啦，即係佢更加 happy 咧，唔係話哇死啦，我有個糖尿病啊點算咧？其實呢個係一個好重要嘅，然後我翻到好多堂友咧，整一下就會 depress 啦，有不同嘅感受啦，話唔好正仔喎，即係成日病啊，咁其實唔係嘅，就係你可以做一個10分健康好嘅生活，亦都好 happy 嘅。咁今日咧就有做好介紹咧，就有個叫做唔係燉蛋啊 custard 啊，即係嗰個我係叫做凍奶啦，燉蛋凍奶啦，咁但係呢個係好好食。同埋只係4 gram carbs 啫，咁我其實我自己食2碗啦，好正。Anyway, okay, so we're gonna start now. We're gonna have a wonderful webinar. As I mentioned, a lot of people who's now diabetic or pre-diabetic, as time goes on, they get a little bit depressed. They will say, "Oh man, I don't know, we have all kind of disease and what is going to happen down the road. Oh, my blood sugar go up. Oh, my blood sugar go down." You have all kind of issue with you. The reason is diabetic is your whole lifelong disease. It's not like, oh, I can get well and that's it, goodbye. And a lot of people actually make the same error, not only for a lot of my clients now with me, and a lot of new client companies have the same type of confusion or misunderstanding. I have quite a few clients that they got the blood sugar real well. They went to A1C all the way to like 6.16 and 5.8 or even 5.7. Absolutely good data. You know, A1C 5.7. This guy dropped from 10 to 5.7. But thereafter, they thought that, wow, hey man, I'm getting well. Hey, super good. And thank you very much, Andrew. You gave me a gift of life. Now I can get real relaxed. And you know what they do? They only drink 1 black tea per day, couple carbs, eat anything they want, no longer exercise. They thought they really got well. But you know what? Unfortunately, that's not the case. And they are now got back the A1C up to 10 again, or something about 8, not quite 10, but 8 or at least a high 8. So I really have to stress, even you're pre-diabetic or diabetes, you don't get well, unfortunately. You only can control for the rest of your life. If you stop doing things like that, you know what? Your disease is going to come right back to you and going to bite you if you don't really want to do anything incorrectly. And these people, after they are understanding, oh, I didn't know that. So, you know what? They have to start all over again. But at least they know it works, and they have real good positive now. They know if they can control the rest of their life. They can be happy. They can be also enjoy all kind of life, and it's wonderful. 各位朋友其實我就即係嘥一啲時間再講講啦。點解咧？就係因為好多我哋嘅前期患病者糖友啦，或者我自己嘅糖友啦，依家已經係我客人嚟嘅。咁但係佢好可惜咧，就飲去糖茶一段時間，哇，好正喎！我 A1C 由10跌到係7，跌到5，一路咁落去喎，5點幾喎，有啲跌到6.1，5.8，有啲5.7，好開心。咁佢仲話你真係俾一個新生命禮物俾我啦。咁但係好可惜咧，佢哋唔記得咗，原來就算你係前期患病，或者你已經係糖尿患病者，係唔會好嘅，永遠都唔好嘅，只係能夠控制。咁你呢個咧，如果一放鬆咧，boom！個零月啫，好快脆，唔係好耐嘅。咁你去翻8或者10，有啲客去咗10。咁佢依家由頭再嚟過啦，即係嘥幾個月就做嘅東西，依家又再嚟過。咁但係又要飲翻茶啦，又要做 exercise 啦，又要去戒口啦，即係食 low carb 嘅東西啦。咁要做翻 exercise 好重要，同埋戒口係好重要，再飲 Lowsutea 好重要嘅。因為好多人咧就咁啦，因為我好翻啦，多謝你啊，劉生，你真係太好人啦。 咁每日就飲1包茶，有啲係飲2、3杯茶，咁所以變咗咧係冇咗個 efficacy 咧，咁嗰啲糖唔跌落咯。咁就算佢食藥都唔跌喎，嗰個弊喎。咁依家係由頭嚟過，所以變咗嚟講，你真係要努力先得。OK， so thank you very much for today. We have people from all over Asia. We have people from Philippines. We have Asia from Hawaii, from Los Angeles, Vancouver. We also have quite a bit of people from Hong Kong and also from rest of Asia, Singapore, and so forth. I appreciate all the help in the sense that in a busy weekend, you can still attend your weekly webinar. But today, your award will be a nice custard for you to make less than 10 minutes make it, and you enjoyed it. 4 carbs. It was so good. And you got to try. You got to tell me how you like it, by the way. Just give me a couple of minutes to catch up quite a new people come in. 多謝各位朋友 join 我哋嘅 webinar 啦。咁首先俾一人5分鐘，我俾 catch up 啲新人入嚟，因為有一紮都係新人嚟嘅。Okay, remember, as I mentioned, diabetes, you don't get well. All you got to do is control your disease. So you do not get well. All you can do is control. By the way, people on Facebook, if you can see the slide, give me a like if you can. Give me a like. Give me a bunch of like if you want to, because I want to see that people on Facebook can actually see it here. I know Eugene saw it, that two that were good, perfect, and but other people on Facebook, I need you to give me some indication you can see that you're doing good. Okay, so you can only control your diabetes, okay? You cannot cure. So the key is control diabetes. Is you really have to do exercise, dieting, drink Lowsutea, and not eat any white powder food or no drink juice, and you gotta drink, basically tea and maybe no more soda, because soda is bad. 1 can of Coke is 360 carbs for you. Wow, imagine that. That's terrible. And plus high calorie, okay? So you got to keep doing to control, and you have to drive your A1C target below 614, not 7, but below 614. It's best you get back to 5.7. It will be better. And so you got to keep that in mind. 嗱，各位朋友，因為我要有啲人係新入嚟咧，要知道咧，第一，記住糖尿病前期患病者或者你而家糖友係唔會好嘅，你只係能夠控制。點控制啊？要 diet 啦，要 exercise 啦，運動啦，又要度你血糖啦，之類又度啦，唔好食任何嘅白粉啦，即係話飯啊食少啲啦，唔好食咁多啦，或者係真係戒，又盡量戒少嘅白粉啦，個 low carb 啦，即係所有碳水化合物係減低佢啦。咁同埋咧就飲去糖茶，因為去糖茶真係幫助你擺糖入去嘅，俾啲糖入去降低血糖嘅，所以好重要。咁呢個咧就最重要係真係繼續轉變你嘅生活習慣啦，因為冇呢樣嘢咧係唔會做到你嘅控制。咁其實咧呢個糖尿病好多人都唔知道點得嚟嘅。第一有4部曲嘅 ，OK？Everybody just reminded, in diabetes you have 4 basically a step to get there. The first step, majority of people will have that is your cholesterol goes up. When your cholesterol goes up, mixed with your sugar, you become real thick blood. And then that result, your blood vessel will become hardened, a plaque form, your blood pressure, second stage will goes up. And the third stage, continue to do whatever you want to do, no change in life. You know what? Sad, because you will become a pre-diabetic. Or A1C will be from 5.7 all the way to 6.4. If you continue to do the same thing, 3 years, you know what? You will become a diabetic, and you are now, once you're diabetic, you cannot convert back to the normal. 記住，喺轉去呢個由前期患病去糖尿病咧，其實係有4部曲啊。第一部曲就多數好多人都唔知啊，原來當你 LDL cholesterol go up 嘅時候咧，咁然後再加翻啲糖咧，咁個血咧就變咁好 thick 啦，即係好結啊。結嘅時候咧，佢令到血管咧開始硬化啦，就放咗好多不同嘅片塊啊 plaque 喺個血管度啦。咁第二樣嘢咧，血管收窄喎，咁你個血壓就開始高喎。咁第三咧就係你開始嘅 A1C 亦都開始高啦。嗱 A1C 高嘅時候咧，就由5.7 all the way 到6.4，咁你係前期患病啫。如果你咩都唔轉 ，guess what？Next thing 第4個 step 就係你變咗糖尿患病啫。當你一轉咗糖尿患病啫，你翻唔到轉頭嘅。咁呢個係4部曲，所有糖友都要知道呢個係點發生嘅。大多數啲人都原來我係 surprise 喎，我驚奇喎，點解忽然間會有變咗糖尿病嘅？ 呢個係大家好多人都係咁嘅。香港我依家大多數 customer 90%都係咁嘅。咁同埋咧，如果你飲去糖茶，點解會 work 咧？第一，因為去糖茶咧裏邊有番石榴葉咧就 block 咗糖入去啦，然後 bitter melon 咧帶啲糖入去細胞裏邊咧。但係仲有苦瓜有好處喎，因為苦瓜仲有帶啲糖咧，係帶咗佢由呢個尿道嗰度掉啲糖出嚟，同埋掉啲 LDL 出嚟，同埋啲鹽出嚟。咁我啲人飲咗之後，好多時血壓降低啦，同埋好多腳腫都唔見埋。So how Lowsutea work is very simple. The guava leaves actually help block the sugar into the vessel, and bitter melon acts like the insulin, take the sugar into the cells, so you get fuel. And then they also have a function that take urine from sugar, take it out from the urine, and also take a salt and LDL out the urine. Net result, you will have less swell of the ankle, lower the blood pressure. Also, it's really wonderful to see yourself really improve with Lowsutea. Now, if you don't do anything, you say, well, I can wait and see. The problem is the continued increased blood sugar in your vessel will continue to damage everything going on. Like, for example, it damaged risk of stroke because you plug your vessel in your brain. Eventually, you also lost consciousness, memory. Matter of fact, the next thing is called type 3 diabetic. It's called Alzheimer, memory loss. Those are all type 3. Ruin your eye, cannot see. I have quite a few clients who come back and say, I can blur, I cannot see. Is it my eyesight getting old? I said, no. Your blood sugar is high, it affects you, and now you become glaucoma and all kind of problems coming along. Your pancreas malfunction, wow, that's bad because you're gonna get injection or you got AIDS. Your pancreas, it doesn't work, it doesn't form insulin coming out. Risk of heart attack, that's high. A lot of diabetes or heart attack is because it blocks all the vessels, become damage to heart. And also nerve damage, a lot of people have no feel in the bottom. And I see a lot of pre-diabetic also start getting that too. So you got to be careful on that. And high blood pressure is common to be seen. If you are injured your foot, it doesn't get well, you got to amputate. And then you have a lot of people who end up with diabetic nephropathy. 75% in Hong Kong diabetes, dialysis patients, 75 are from diabetes. And then certain pregnancy can be an issue. And 30% of people who are diabetic have no sex function. Wow, imagine that. That's sad. So control your blood sugar is important. 各位堂友記住，因為如果你唔改咧，好大問題，中風啦，你眼就會青光眼同埋開始蒙啊。我有個 lecture 講咗隻眼係點蒙啊，亦都Dr. Jin Yang 咧都講出嚟嘅。咁如果你翻去我哋個網站有得睇嘅。咁同埋仲有咧就係、前列腺呢個胰島素咧壞啦，開始唔出啦，或者出唔夠啦，胰島素啦，咁你要注射呢個胰島素咧 insulin 咧個心臟病咧，呢個係好多人都有呢個問題嘅。神經線呢位損毀亦都好多嘅。點解咧？其實依家好多 pre-diabetic 啊，前期話咪已有呢個問題啦，翻嚟揾我話點解咁嘅？因為我個唔係好夠感覺嘅。呢個咧就係有好大嘅問題，因為你 circulation 唔好咧，係會轉壞好多啲嘢嘅。咁仲有 high blood pressure 啊，血壓高就成見㗎啦。腳咧，我自己睇咗好多病人，因為喺 IC 組嘅時候，好多病人咧喺美國嘅時候咧，哇入嚟割完一隻腳，割隻腳趾公、腳趾一路割上去嘅，所以好慘。同埋香港而家75% 嘅洗腎嘅病人都係糖尿病者嚟嘅。咁同埋咧，仲有 pregnancy 啦，同埋你冇咗呢個性嘅功能啦，咁30%嘅病人就冇性功能嘅話，咁又好陰功喎，係咪？咁你記住啊，真係唔好話呢個put yourself in 呢啲地方啦。OK， 我講嘅一樣嘢咧，我哋其實好重要咧，就我哋現在咧成個係點解有5個計劃俾你咧，係能夠令到你係降低血糖咧。I would like to talk about little slides here to help you to better understand what we're trying to do because everybody's just doing Lowsutea. No, it's not true. Lowsutea is just one of the part. Basically, what we're trying to do, our objective is we have 5 programs helping you who have high blood sugar or people who have elevated blood sugar, pre-diabetic, and diabetic patient will postpone the pre-diabetic patient so they won't convert to diabetes because once you convert, you cannot convert back. So I want to catch you early. You won't convert. So, and if you are already converted, diabetes, no problem. We want to delay the complication. If I did my job, if you delay your conversion for 20 years, imagine the amount of medication you have to take, the health you have to be suffer. If we can delay that, wow, I think I did my job. I help people to help us, help them to able to stop that. And that is our objective, okay? Now, certainly with that, you have to do your part. You're part of drinking Lowsutea, at least 6 cups a day. You have to measure your blood sugar, and it will help you lower blood sugar and cholesterol because you drink Lowsutea. You have to have low carb diet, and you have to exercise 10 steps per day, or at least 4 times a week. 10,000 steps I'm talking about. You have to get your weight down to BMI 23. You have to listen to our doctor, whatever, catch up on the news. The key is also measure blood sugar, because you don't measure blood sugar, you don't know where you're at. The key measure blood sugar is 2 hours after meal, because that's the time you can see, why am I really doing bad? Absolutely. Because if you just measure one time in the morning, it's not enough, because that's only give you 1 point. The most important is really after 2 hours after you eat, what happened to you. If your blood sugar can eat out, that's really need some more work. So the important thing at the end of the day would drive your A1C 10 plus all the way to 5.7. That's our target, and that's what we're trying to do. And that's what I'm trying to explain, what our Lowsutea 5 program all about, to help you to become a healthy blood sugar and healthy person. 嗱，各位同位，好多人都唔知我哋係想做咩，咁我其實有個好嘅計劃咧，幫助好多糖友唔會轉咗佢做前期患症病，唔會轉咗佢係糖友嘅。第二樣嘢，如果佢係糖友之後咧，我哋希望佢能夠唔會有好多即係後患併發症出現啦。咁我如果係能夠 postpone 呢啲嘢10年、20年，哇！我已經係做得好嘅，因為幫助你唔會有好多 suffering。但係你要做你工作啊，做你工作做咩？你要做你 dieting 啦，要飲去糖茶啦，要降低你個 cholesterol， 因為飲去糖茶我降低 cholesterol 噶嘛。仲要咧繼續你個 diet 係用個 low carb low fat diet 啦，同埋你要運動啦，最低限度行8000至10000步，一個禮拜做4次啦。要 control 你個 weight 啦，你個磅數啦，同埋聽我哋嘅 webinar 啦，更加多資訊，令到你繼續去努力，去點能夠令到你血糖降低。同埋仲有要度血啊，因為如果你係淨係度一次朝頭早咧，你唔知道你自己有幾多糖嘅。同埋咧食完飯後嗰啲糖係咪夠唔夠機會咧係控制糖咧？你唔知喎，所以你呢個咧係好重要咧，你係繼續要度血嘅。所以記住，我哋希望咧就係由你嘅 A1C 10% 以上跌到 5.7， 呢個係我哋嘅目標嚟嘅。所以好多人就問：喂，咁啊去糖茶呢個計劃有咩做㗎？ This is what we're trying to do。咁所以我特別做呢個 slide 出嚟咧，係希望各位朋友咧係更加了解我哋做啲咩嘅。咁今日講個我哋嘅糖嘅真係嘅lecture 啦。咁我哋咧今日咧好重要咧就係講及咧，其實好多糖友咧好特別咧就問啦，佢話：喂，其實哇即係好多壓力喎，點解咧？嗱，第一我又會驚住咧有幾樣嘢，我啲會係有diet 唔係好妥啦，又要呢個 weight 又唔好啦，同埋咧我要 check 好多嘢啦，哇！咁啊好慘，即係成日都要做好多不同嘅東西去度住晒，咁啊好陰功嘅喎。啱，呢個係對嘅，咁所以其實咧你好重要咧，真係要咧我哋係要繼續努力咧，係真係要。即係壓力係大嘅，但係你一定繼續係將你嘅 A1C 係降低嘅。咁呢個係我哋所有現在咧嘅做嘅方法，係去能夠令到我哋咧係繼續係健康嘅。So very important. We know we have a lot of stress because of the fact that you have to continue to drive the diet down to low carb. You have to have exercise. You have to weight control and track your blood sugar. And make sure it continue to be good below, 6.4. So I know that a lot of stress, but those goals are important, So many people felt also they say, hey, I'm kind of embarrassed. I don't want to tell people I'm diabetic, but not necessarily because you hide this disease that actually become more stress internally. So importantly, you have to acknowledge that yes, you are diabetic. You also tell people, yes, I'm diabetes, but I'm in control. So I will make myself healthy just like anybody, no problem. Now, as you know, diabetes has no symptoms. So you gotta have to continue to make sure that you know where you're at. A lot of people, because there are no symptoms, so they said they delay. I can tell you exactly one person that I work with, and they will say, hey, Mr. Lau, I don't care. My A1C is 6. A1C is 16. The A1C is 16, by the way, it's very high. But I have nothing. I don't feel bad. I feel good. All I do is just, eat whatever I want, but I have no problem. My blood pressure is still okay. Well, the blood pressure was slightly high already. It was 140, 150, but not real super high. But this person, if they are not going to be able to control the A1C another 2 more years, this person will have severe problem, because if your A1C are continued 16 and above, eventually you will not going to be stopped at 16. You will continue to go up to 20, 21. Eventually they got diabetic from glaucoma, shut down kidney, all kind of problem comes in. Right now there are no symptom because you don't feel it. You do not feel it. You don't feel pain. You don't feel anything. So that's why they said, well, I can delay my treatment. I don't need drugs. Matter of fact, I say, maybe you can just drink one, Lowsutea to help you out. Even with that, they are delaying it. They say, well, maybe I drink a little bit. So really at the end of the day, you got to keep in mind, these people, although they keep, asking for delay, really you got to check, not necessarily delay will be good, because treatment, you have to really get on to be treated, okay? So don't delay your treatment. It won't work. It will continue goes up, okay? So really at the end of the day, to prevent diabetes is really give you more insight of this webinar to help you to learn more how to control your blood sugar. 嗱，各位同學千祈唔好話咧，哇，我係好即係好醜喎，點解會變咗係糖尿病者？咁我唔話俾人聽啊，其實唔係唔好嘅，因為唔話俾人聽，你壓力仲大。第二樣嘢，千祈唔好話，喂，我係糖尿病冇 symptom 喎，唔好 treat 住啦，因為我嘅糖友真係冇 treat 嘅，佢要去到 A1C 16都話繼續唔緊要啦，遲啲啦，冇所謂啊，我冇病啊，我而家。哇！但係依家16啫喎，1年後可能20都唔出奇嘅喎。咁你血管咪全部破壞晒，我唔制啦。咁其實真係我呢個希望咧，呢個 webinar 咧幫助各位多啲了解點解咁同埋咩問題會出現咧，可以幫助你啊快脆去降低你糖。As you know, being a pre-diabetic or diabetic, you need to continue taking medication, or you pre-diabetic and no medication, but your sugar continue goes up. So what do? So you need to use an A1C to monitor, right? But you need diet control, weight control, and get much updated information to really manage the news of diabetes. So really, at the end of the day, especially pre-diabetic, a lot of pre-diabetic actually come back and tell me, hey, I'm pre-diabetic. Doctor said no medication, but my blood sugar is continuing to go up. Last time I met, I did my blood sugar, A1C was 6.1. Now it's already 6.4. It's going to 6.5 soon. What do you do? And at the end of the day, really, you have to think about, you gotta really understand this thing is you don't control it, it's gonna go up. So you really have control it. But don't stress yourself. Important, you have to continue to understand what to do is exercise, weight control, diet. That is come along the way. That's why we get all these webinars to help you to better understand. But importantly, you got to remember to enjoy yourself. And you don't want to stress yourself out. What I mean enjoy yourself? You have to really enjoy yourself. Don't put the disease so badly and depress you. A lot of my customers come back very depressed because, oh my goodness, I'm really going to be a diabetic, or already a diabetic. I'm going to have a lot of problems. I say, hey, take that away, because I can prove it. Drinking the Lowsutea, it will help you. A lot of people actually start drinking Lowsutea and they see the blood sugar coming down, even with other drugs before. And I have a customer who have 20 years diabetes, and her blood sugar keep coming down after 20 years drinking Lowsutea. It works. I have a customer from A1C with 8, 9, 10, dropped all the way down to 5.7, normal. And she is no medication, off medication. Isn't that important? So you have to keep doing it, look at it positively. Then you are looking forward for tomorrow, no problem. If pre-diabetic patient, no problem, no medication, drink Lowsutea, it works, help you out. But you still need to do your part. You have to do exercise, dieting, weight control. 嗱，各位同友，好多朋友翻嚟我咧我大佬點解咧？我依家有食咁多藥，但係似乎都唔係好 OK 嘅。咁但係當你當 A1C 係繼續高喎。同埋如果你係前期患病者，又冇呢個藥食嘅喎，啲 啲糖繼續高啊喎，我依家有啲糖友已經6點幾、6.1，然後依家去6.4，eventually 我去喺6.5嘅。如果佢唔飲茶，但係飲咗茶之後佢開始降翻低，咁有個鼓勵性啦。但係好重要咧，就唔好成日咧俾啲壓力自己，咁因為越多壓力咧，你個糖越高嘅。咁所以其實最好咧就要 enjoy 你自己啊，點樣即係點去 relax 你自己啊，或者你中意讀下書啊，或者同啲人傾下偈啊，繼續去傾偈，繼續有一個係可以講得為個 positive 啲嘅正面啲嘅嘅 attitude 去面對呢個問題，因為咧你係永遠唔好喎，記住。咁你咪如果係正面面對，我係可以能夠一定係好normal person 啦。記住，我都係同樣問題，因為我頭先係有6.9嘅啦去到，咁但係我一飲咗茶，依家係6，哇幾開心啊！咁我仲有個 target 咧，我係揾5.7嘅，但係未達到，但係我依家6都 OK 啦。咁原來咧我身體好咗好多啊，磅數跌到由225磅跌到依家195磅，哇幾正仔啊 ！So it's very important. You can keep yourself attitude positive is good. Continue to do your exercise, wait, relax, and then all the dieting you gotta follow through what we taught will be good. I feel so much better. I was 225 pounds. Now I'm 195. My A1C was 6.9. Now it's 6. So I have a little more target to go to 5.7. A lot of my customers beat me. Oh my goodness. But it's okay. They are very good beat me. I have no problem. I love it because they have followed through all the things we taught and they were beating me. They're super good guys. So now don't let diabetes embarrassing you or shame you. It's not a shame because never want to delay your treatment or feel guilty because of the disease. Sadly, it's really not because it's not really a disease that created for you. Let's put it this way. It's not really you create your own disease. A lot of time, diabetes is actually caused by many, many different things. Could be your age, could be your genes, which is beyond your control. So never being embarrassed. 嗱，我想講咧，因為依家有啲糖友話，唉，真係衰啦！我唔知點解我會係變咗咁嘅，做咗糖尿病咧，咁成日怪責自己，咁怪責自己一個壓力。咁邊樣嚟講？你如果話唔係喎，原來我唔即係呢個係真係學你話齋，上帝俾到你嘅，冇解啦。你可能你嘅基因，你嘅即係你個基因嘅問題，或者你一個年齡嘅問題，即係好多原因嘅。咁其實即係如果你基因嘅話，哇點去做嘢啊？即係 God 俾你嘅，因為所以其實唔好俾啲壓力自己，呢個即係面對就夠㗎啦。咁變咗你亦都唔好 feel 話好內疚啊，唔好做一樣嘢 ，be happy 啊，呢個 OK 嘅。Really at the end of the day, if you can be happy, just continue add more knowledge to help you to better prevent your disease and relate the disease as resolve that problem. So really, at the end of the day, don't delay the treatment, don't feel guilty, and really delay can be an issue. Let me give you an example. I have a client say, oh, well, I'm diabetes, really have not much symptom. And the thing is, the problem is he's taking medication, but he really not taking it very seriously. Net result, as time goes on, he's not old, he's 50 years old, that's all. His eyes start getting blurred. And I said, your eye is not bad because you're short-sighted or anything. I said, blur can be a real issue. You need to take care. And you need to really focus to say, well, what should I do? So I sent him to the doctor. I found that diabetic glaucoma. That's why it's there. And that result, that could be retinopathy. You got to treat it. If you lower your blood sugar, now you actually become aggressive, lower blood sugar. If you don't do that, you know what? If permanent damage, your eye will totally blur and you cannot function anymore. I have a client in their office. They're only about 35, 40 years old, that age range. And because he said, I cannot be, I'm so young, how can I be diabetes? Net result, he didn't treat, guess what? 5 years eyesight is total damage. Now you only have one eye function. And you know what? That is really sad because one eye function is not really good, okay? So you gotta be really aggressive, face the issue and work on it and get it done, okay? 嗱，各位朋友記住咧，千祈唔好 delay 你個 treatment 啊，或者遲啲先啦，我依家唔係好差啫。 因為其實咧呢啲差嘅嘢咧係好大問題嘅。因為 for example 咧，我有個堂友啦，咁佢50歲，但係佢隻眼可以蒙啊。咁牙蒙咧就係近視喎，唔係喎，你糖高可能唔係近視喎，其實佢就已經有青光眼。咁我帶醫生睇之後咧，原來先知道，哇，原來真係有呢個問題。咁當然啦 ，aggressive 而家降低嘅血糖啊，咁啊令到眼咧就唔會繼續 damage 啦。咁我有一個朋友係夏威夷裏面咧，佢個同事咧就係30幾至40歲裏邊嘅。咁但係佢話：哇，咁後生邊有糖尿病㗎？冇可能。咁佢又係唔注重嘅。咁最後咧，佢依家係得翻一隻眼嚟 function 啫。佢醫生救咗隻眼，咁亦都降咗糖降低啦。咁所以其實佢依家亦都飲我哋去糖茶啦。所以呢啲啊，全部咧都係唔可以即係你行啦，你一定要知道要做啲咩嘢，繼續努力去控制體重，去醫治你嘅長遠嘅疾病。OK， so really at the end of the day is so important. You have to change your lifestyle, help you to prevent your diabetic problem. So what does that mean? In other words, you really need to enjoy your life, but not to overstress, but you need to smartly choose the food, the exercise, lower your weight, and maintain your better blood sugar levels so you can continue to enjoy health. Now, to do that is very simple. The first thing, you have to have low carb diet. The amount of carb you need to take is about 150 to 200 gram carb, no more than that. And so you have to drink Lowsutea, is about 6 cup, minimum 6 cup per day, which is 1 before lunch, 1 after lunch, and it's about 8 ounces per cup. So it's easy to do because you eat and drink, you have to drink something. So drink Lowsutea, you drink other fluid afterwards, it's okay too, but minimum 6 cup. If you don't do that, and use 2 bags, so that way you have enough efficacy to lower your blood sugar. If you drink 1 bag, it's not going to be enough. You are not going to get enough efficacy to help you to lower your blood sugar. You have to exercise 10,000 steps, and 4 times a week at least. So how long you take 10,000 steps? You walk fast. Actually, 1 hour in the shopping mall walking around. 1 hour you practically be 8 to 10,000 depends steep of walking. So you definitely can do that. You have to manage your stress. What do you mean? You need to relax, deep breathing exercise, listen to music, and get some quiet time for yourself to think through meditation, read a book, whatever you do. You can lower your stress and become relaxed. That is so important. So all that, you have to do that. And suddenly you have to decrease your body weight, because a lot of times the body weight, if your body weight is overweight, imagine you decrease 10-pound weight, you actually minus 1 point of A1C. Imagine that, 10 pound, 1 pound A1C. And you need to get as much information. There's a lot of new information come out from the webinar, how to control your blood sugar, dieting. We will teach you all the good stuff. So you really have to do all your 5 programs, meaning your diet, exercise, weight control, listen to the webinar, measure your blood sugar. Then you can possibly, at the end of the day, remove your medication if your A1C dropped down to 6.4 and lower. Because I see in my own eye quite many of my my clients now actually lower the A1C to 6.4 and below, and doctors said no more meds for you for now, until you will go back up to 6.5 and above. And they continue to drive the A1C down to 5.7. And although that 5.7 could be go back to 5.8, but they still continue going down in that range. That's really good and wonderful, and no more meds. And their A1C earlier was 10, 9, all that range. So it's good they can continue to drive it down. 各位朋友，如果你一定要繼續努力咧，你一定要咧轉咗你個生活習慣，要做一個 food 即係食個 diet 啦，要做運動啦，要 lower 你個 weight 啦。嗱，記住啦，呢啲嘢全部 work 㗎，因為飲去糖茶真係 work 嘅。第二樣嘢好重要，你個 carb 就好重要啊。降低你個 carb， 每日咧你係做嗰個碳水化合物只係能夠食140 gram 至200 gram 最多啊。咁你繼續降低個 carb， 飲去糖茶，你一定會降低血糖。第二樣嘢 你每日要飲6杯茶，記住啊，6杯茶啊，每一杯係大240毫升咁啦。咁你食飯都要飲㗎啦，係咪？咁 exercise 咧一定要1萬步，1萬步一個星期做4次。嗱，1萬步有幾長時間？大約1個鐘頭行一個 shopping mall 1個鐘頭都得㗎啦。咁就為咗咧 manage 嘅壓力啊，咁 manage 壓力點啊？做呢個 deep breathing exercise 啦，要聽下音樂啦，俾靜嘅時間俾你啦，或者有啲人過嚟做瑜伽，讀下書啊，去 relax。有啲人咧就係聽音樂都 OK 噶啦。咁記住做多呢啲，咁 relax 你就更加會好嘅。咁仲有個 body weight 咧係好重要嘅，要 to lower your body weight 啊，1磅如果降低1磅嘅 body weight 咧，就會係令到你咧。係唔係10磅啊 ？sorry， 10磅嘅 body 咧係令到一個A1C 0.1% lower 嘅。咁同埋咧，再更加聽書咧，就當好多information 俾你啦，能夠幫助你啊。同埋咧，如果你 A1C drop 到係6.4以下咧，可能醫生就話唔使食藥啦。咁我好多朋友見到我自己見到係真係見到佢係唔使食藥，或者降低藥一路降落去嘅，係好正嘅。咁繼續啦，咁其實咧carb嗰度咧，記住唔好食白粉啦，降低嗰啲糖嘅東西啦。咁呢個咧係糖係最重要 affect 你嘅東西。咁我記唔記得食飯咧，仲有一個碟，一半係全部菜嚟嘅，1/4就係肉嘅，就係1/4就係呢個你嘅碳水化合物，全部做翻呢種嘢。越多菜越好，因為咧多菜同埋有 fibre 嘅東西咧。俾啲菜嘅 protein 啊，係對你係更加好，但唔係糖嘅東西喎，最緊要啊。咁同埋咧，度血糖咧就應該係要2個鐘後咧，睇你血糖係咪 OK。如果你血糖高 up 咧，咁你就真係要 adjust 個 diet 啦。呢個有好多人都唔知嘅。咁當然啦，飲血糖就係重要啦。咁所以其實呢個係好好嘅。嗱 ，remember you have to continue drive your diet in low carbs. And what is that low carb? No white powder, no sugar. Low carb is between 140 and 200 carbs. That is always have to remember. Remember, my plate planning is half a plate is all vegetable, quarter plate is protein, quarter plate carb. Now, we mentioned many times, but a lot of people forget. They'll continue to say, "Wow, hey, I don't remember." But that's why I keep reminding. Now, when you eat rice, do not take maybe white rice. Make brown rice is better because they have carbs. No, the lower carb, plus they have more fibers, lower your absorption is better. And you should also take blood sugar 2 hours after your dinner, because then you can able to see whether, hey, if I get too much carbs in there, so I can adjust my diet. So the drink low sugar is very important. That's why ability has become very important, because that will help you to continue to measure this blood sugar, what I will look like, and how it's going to be after you eat your diet, and so continue to measure. Your exercise is important. You have to continue to contract, make your exercise, because when you exercise, you use up your excess blood sugar and energy. Result, you lower your blood sugar, and that's really good. And also make sure exercise after dinner, after lunch, after breakfast, not before. The reason is because when you do it before, your body says you don't have enough sugar. They're going to pump up sugar from your liver, your muscle. That is not good for you. And many clients actually experience that as not good. So make sure before dinner is not good. It's after dinner, after you eat, okay? And also your body actually responds to insulin much better. They're less insulin resistant, and long-term, they continue to lower your blood sugar. And the easy exercise to do is just walk. Now, some people live in an apartment. They just get up to lift 5 stories ahead of time. You walk up. That can be done. So, and also when you walk, relax yourself, listen to music. I listen to my music when I walk. Last night I went to shopping mall. I listen to music all the time. It's so wonderful, so relaxing when I do that. 嗱，各位朋友，如果做 exercise 真係有計劃，嗱1個禮拜真係要做大概1萬步，大4次到啦。因為當你 exercise 嘅時候咧，你就用咁啲糖啦，亦都當你用咗啲糖之後咧，就唔會入血嗰度啦。同埋做 exercise 咧，降低磅數啦，做呢個 body 咧係respond你個 insulin 好啲嘅，就 less insulin resistant 啦。 仲有 in long term 繼續係 lower 你嘅 blood sugar， 所以 exercise 好緊要，冇 exercise 你個血糖唔降得幾低嘅。仲有 exercise 裏邊咧有幾樣嘢好容易嘅，行山嗰個就更容易啦，因為係冷氣。如果你住喺個 apartment 或者5樓之前先走出嚟，咁亦都可以係咪？咁仲埋咧 listen 喺 music 啦 ，music 係好緊要嘅，即係有陣時咧 music relax 行嘅時候 relax 亦都得嘅。咁繼續做呢嘢，繼續幫助你好多呢咁嘅運動咧，係幫助你繼續係降低血糖嘅。咁啦 ，stress 係好重要嘅。So really stress is important because stress increase your cortisol hormone, it elevate your blood sugar. That's not good for you. So lower stress is important. And also when you have stress, you actually increase the appetite. You start eating snack. So you actually might get a lot of fatty food. It's not good for you. Increase sugar, increase weight. And by the way, 1 out of 4 people in diabetes, they also have so-called depression. As I mentioned, a lot of people actually call me because the reason is they're overwhelming on the disease. They ask me what we need to do. And on top of it, they can't sleep time. And so net result, they are really stressful. So shut down your phone. Don't watch the TV at night. All those are relaxed under stress. So that will help you to lower stress. So keep that in mind. Make sure that you lower your stress that way. 嗱，各位朋友 ，lower stress 係因為如果你唔 lower stress 咧，啲糖會高啊，因為你 cortisol 咧會係呢個 hormone 咧 increase the blood sugar 嘅。咁同埋咧，仲有咧係令到你嘅 insulin 又唔係咁 work 嘅喎。所以 exercise stress is actually delay, reduce exercise actually also decrease your stress. So you do actually need to exercise. But if you are stressed, you eat a lot of good stuff. And that's not good because you're going to start getting snack craving. And that's not good for you. And you remember 1 out of 4 people, diabetes have depression. So you got to keep that in mind. Also sleep. You don't want to watch TV. You don't want to, you want to get book to relax you all the time. 所以如果係糖友咧，記住壓力係好緊要嘅，記住啦，要成日去做 exercise 就降低壓力啦，同埋咧就要唔好食咁多嘢啦，因為壓力嘅時候你要食好多嘢噶啦，同埋好多人咧4個之中嘅糖友1個咧都會有 depression 嘅，咁如果 overwhelm 咧，即係要或者可能即係揾psychologist 幫手啦，同埋咧要瞓覺咧，即係瞓好啲啦，1-2個鐘頭之前咧就唔好睇任何即係太多即係恐怖片啊，咁令佢自己好緊張啊。咁其實咧就要即係繼續 relax 讀下書啦，聽下音樂啦咁嘅。Blood sugar tracking is so important because you remember if your A1C 5.7 is good because you are not going to 6.5. So net result you have to continue to meeting that A1C goal 5.7%. Make sure your daily average blood sugar range should be somewhere between about 6.7, no more than 6.7, and 120 milligram per deal. When you poke your cell finger, you have to do that. You have to frequently measure your blood sugar, especially 2 hours after dinner. You have to take a look at your meal, and you have to see a doctor regularly. So you have to drink Lowsutea to continue to bring the blood sugar low. So those are things that you have to be very important to remember. So remember again, your A1C gotta be between 5.7 and 6.4 is really the target should be 5.7, but you'll be able to get 6.4, we understand. Secondly, a daily average blood sugar should be no more than 6.7 milligram mole per liter or over 120 milligram per deal. So those are, again, another area that you have to remember every day when I check blood sugar. Especially every 2 hours after meal, that's the time you also measure blood sugar because you want to see is your insulin enough to work. Now, you got to see a doctor regularly, measure that, work with them, and make sure that they continue to work with you. And you have to drink Lowsutea to lower your blood sugar, right? 各位朋友記住 ，A1C 係5.7係你個 target 嚟嘅。好多人咧已經去6.4咧，就唔係停嘅，繼續 drive down 5.7，OK？ 如果你每日度糖咧，你應該係每日應該係 no more than 唔多過6.7個 millimole per liter， 或者125個 milligram per deal。最好就低啲嘅 ，OK。咁同埋咧，你最好就2個鐘頭後食完飯，好就一定要 measure 個 blood sugar。如果唔係咧，你都唔知你係自己嗰啲insulin夠唔夠啊， 咁繼續諗去糖茶啦。仲有記住 diabetic 係一個 lifelong disease 嘅。咁仲有咧係會 affect 你咧係身體啦、全身啦，仲有咧係 social economic， 即係你全身嘅影響、心理、社會經濟嘅影響啦，仲有心理上嘅影響。Imagine diabetes is a lifelong disease. Many times it might affect you on your physical, which is all the vessels, all the organs, and so forth, and social economical. Because when you really get sick, you're going to pay for a lot of doctor fee. You'll be really no longer socialize with people because of diabetes. So it will affect you, and plus psychologically will be really impacted you. So keep that in mind. Physical, social, economically, psychologically might be affected because of disease. So you got to figure a way how to handle it, and I will show you how. 嗱，因為咧，我哋已經係知道糖尿病咧係一個永遠一生嘅問題啦，會影響身體啦，因為你所有嘅血管啊都有問題啊，或者成個所有嘅 organ 啊、心臟啊、腎啊嗰啲全部會 affect 到嘅。同埋社會上嘅經濟啊，因為病嘅時候要使多錢啊嘛，咁我會教你點做嘅。咁第一，你真係要學多啲我哋依家上堂嘅東西咧，點能夠幫助你控制血糖啦。咁第二樣嘢咧，就要真係有一班醫生咧係繼續幫你㗎啦。如果呢朋友有唔妥嘅話，有想知道揾唔到醫生，問我哋可以揾翻醫生答翻你嘅，冇問題。我哋好樂意做呢樣嘢。咁再嚟咧，繼續飲。呢個去糖茶幫助降低糖。So you really at the end of the day, you really have a good healthcare team to understand your needs and really willing to listen to you. Now I understand a lot of people say I have a hard time getting a doctor to answer my question. No problem. You cannot get a doctor to answer a question. Ask us. We might give you an answer by asking one of my doctor consultants. And a lot of people do that. And also, you need to talk to your medical team to provide you a medical solution to support you this lifelong disease. So important, you have to talk to the doctor and let them to really work with you. And so drinking Lowsutea is going to help. So in summary, pre-diabetic, diabetic patient, really at the end of the day, you got to realize right now, this is a long-term disease. You have to continue to track and monitor and delay your whole entire diabetic disease progress. You can postpone your pre-diabetic conversion, and you can also delay your diabetic complication. Definitely you can do that, but you can do your work by dieting, exercising, weight control, listen to a webinar, track your blood, and drink Lowsutea. But with that, if you can delay all that, you know what? You can able also help you to improve your physically because your body not damaged, organ not damaged. Social economically, because you will not spend a lot of money to see doctor and treatment, and you'll be normally positive. And psychologically, because now you know you control the disease, so you're all positive. You'll be good life. You'll be healthy. So all that will be good for you. And you have to do your part, as I mentioned. And that result, at the end of the day, you continue to prevent that diabetic disease that could create you future complication and problem. All that action will help you become healthy. 嗱，今日講嘅嘢咧，好重要就知道咧，第一，糖尿病者或者前期患病者，呢個係永遠一生嘅病嚟嘅，就唔會好嘅。所以你要繼續係點樣去 track， 點樣去監控咧？你自己係咪會病點樣咧？要長嘅知道嘅。我哋現在咧有5個 program， 就希望能夠 delay 咗你嘅pre-diabetic 嘅轉去pre-diabetic， 或者 delay 你 diabetes 嘅 complication， 你嘅diabetes 嘅問題啦，即係長遠問題啦。咁同埋咧我哋最重要咧就係你揾一啲人嘅醫生啊，繼續 work with you。嗱，千祈咧，當你係 improve 到控制到咧，你最緊要個身體唔會損壞啦。第二，你唔會使好多錢去睇醫生啦。咁第三，亦都唔會咁多壓力咧，令到你哇死啦，我咁病係咪？咁呢個精神上係冇咗呢咁嘅壓力係好緊要喎，係咪？咁但係你要 do 你個 part 嘅，你個 part 就係咩？我哋繼續控制我 diet， 我要做 exercise， 我亦都要 weight control， 我要磅數嘅控制。 同埋要繼續 measure 我個血糖有幾多，同埋聽醫生嘅講座啦，同埋飲血糖茶啦，更加幫助你。所以做咁多嘢之後咧，其實就能夠控制咗你以後嘅糖尿病嘅問題。咁俾佢遲啲發生咧，就令到更加會好。所以呢個係一個你要做，我哋亦都會幫助你工作。We're holding your hand throughout this diabetic journey, and that's wonderful feeling because we can help you along the way to prevent your future complications. So I hope this webinar to help you, to give you cheer you up. You can able to live a normal life. 希望各位聽完嗰啲 webinar 你更加正面啲。其實呢個病係可以控制，同埋仲有一樣係能夠一個 normal 生活。你可以教到咁多嘢之後咧，你一樣可以食到好多好嘢。For example， 我教你煮好多好嘢啦。今日教你個係呢個叫custard 蛋啦，應該會教你做呢樣嘢。So today we're going to make a very easy make custard 4-gram carb. By the way, in the meeting, can you take a picture first because this is what we try to give you the ingredient. And in the actually in the recipe, you use erythro or monk fruit can be doable. Both. I found monk fruit is a little tastier, so you want to do monk fruit would be good. 希望各位朋友咧影一張相先，因為依家咧就教你去煮呢個東西，真係好容易煮嘅。老實講係 so easy and good。咁咧就係最重要咧，就係我哋用羅漢果糖咧係好味啲嘅。咁 up to 你中意用咩糖啦？咁呢個咧就係但係好似咧就4-gram carb 嘅啫。咁anybody take a picture now? Can you take a picture real quick? And then we will able to go with our webinar now and show you how it works. Hi, I'm Andrew Lowsutea, president. Wow, so good to see you folks again, and also to give you some really good recipe with today is called custard. It's a very nice dessert. You can do it in the morning for breakfast. It can be lunch. It could be also dinner. It could be snack also because it's only 4-gram carbs. Wonderful, and it's really nutritious. It's delicious and good protein source. Okay. 各位朋友，我係 Andrew Lowsutea president。好開心咧，今日咧有機會又同你去整啲好靚好食嘅東西。我呢個嘢咧係燉蛋啊，但佢唔係燉嘅，係逼嘅。咁但係好處咧就係可能夠做呢樣嘢咧，可以食早餐又得，晏晝又得。如果晏晝食snack 又得，食完dinner 食 dessert 又得，當食哇幾樣嘢一齊，又熱又得，凍又得。So you can really enjoy this wonderful egg custard for any occasion, and it could be snack, could be evening because it's only 4-gram carbs. It's really delicious, good protein, and easy to make. All my recipes are all easy to make. Okay, so the ingredients is very simple. One, you have 2 cups of whipped cream, and then you have 3 large eggs. You can see large egg, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then half a quarter cups of erythro. You get a little more, you want sweet, a little less, you want up to you the sweetness over there. And then all you do mix together and pour into this bowl. It's called ramekins. This is called ramekins in a small bowl. And then you could put hot water 1 inch over it, and then you go into the oven, bake it for 30 minutes and at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. 各位朋友，呢樣嘢做咧係好簡單，因為我全部 recipe 都希望俾你咧係特別簡單嘅。咁其實咧好容易做嘅啫，全部其實呢個咧只係有2 cups 嘅whipped cream 啦，同埋咧有3隻大雞蛋啦，同埋呢個1個 teaspoon of vanilla extract 啦，同埋咧1 quarter cups of erythro 啦嗰啲糖啦，咁然後咧就擺落去就 mix 咗佢，然後擺落去呢個杯裏邊，然後咧就擺熱水側邊，然後咧就俾佢逼大30分鐘，佢焗30分鐘，然後175度出嚟就好靚仔啦！隨時食，隨時做到，做出嚟嘅效果10分鐘搞掂晒，哇！真係一流啦！OK，咁we'll start。 So very easy. So first, I'm going to bring my whipped cream, which is the 2 cups of whipped cream. I pour it into here, and it's really good. You see, just 2 cups. And then I'm going to put my erythritol, slowly the sugar, and then, okay, just put it inside. And then I can put my eggs in here. It's also including the egg yolk, everything, okay, all 3 eggs, okay. So good, it's all done. And then what we'll do next one is the vanilla extract, okay. All you do is this, put it all together. 咁啊，掉晒啲入去。咁然後咧就揾個whipping 咧就咁 whip 晒佢，咁啊其實咧令到嗰個雞蛋 whip 出嚟嗰啲蛋肉啊，全部都整到佢可能夠 mix it well 啦，咁就好簡單嘅。呢個咧幾容易做呢樣嘢，咁啊搞掂晒佢咧就 OK 㗎啦。咁其實咧仲有依家咧so you can just mix it well. And actually today I saw a little electric mixing. It's only like $5. It's battery operated. You can mix this. So I was gonna buy this, but I figured I could use my hand, but I will probably do that later to make sure that I can get this electric mix so easy, battery operated. I thought that was really cool. Anyway, so all you do is mix it, all that, and I think after that mix until you get smooth, and I think this is really good smooth. 今日喺嗰啲叫做平日本店嗰度啦，要買有個叫 electric mixer， 係專係俾你去 mix 呢啲咁嘅東西嘅。咁你會幾多錢咧？係但係唔計40蚊都唔使。咁啊好正喎！咁啊變咗你又唔使做咁多嘢，咁就撳個掣嘅，咁啊行用電池做嘅，哇 very good。So I thought that was kind of cool. So anyway, we'll experiment, try it out first before we introduce you. But I thought that was really nice. Mixer and basically, okay, it's pretty smooth. So all you do is mix it, bring it out here, and you can see. And then all you got to pour your, pour your things over here. Make sure evenly pour. And then I'm also pouring my hot water. So your so nice, so easy to do. Just make sure you pour it correctly. Make sure it's evening for everything with the rumpkins. Okay. It's really done. Now then what you do is you put the hot water about 1 inch. 咁依家咧就用1寸嘅熱水擺喺呢個 pan 度，咁好簡單啦。我就擺呢個熱水落嚟啦，1寸啫。你 make sure 擺1寸啦，1寸，大過1寸。OK， 得，搞掂。Okay, so only 1 inch hot water. Now I'm going to bring it to the oven and I'll bake it for 30 minutes. So we'll turn up the camera now. 30分鐘。咁我而家熄下相機先，應該見你。Hi, Angela, I'm back. Now, I took all that from the oven after 30 minutes, 350 degrees. So I took it out, and that is how it looked like. You see how nice that is? Wow, this looks really good. And then I let it cool a little bit, and you are actually ready to serve. You can put it in the refrigerator. You can take it later, eat later. You can save it for dinner, dessert. You can save it for lunch. You can eat it for breakfast. Any way you want, because this is 8, so it is really good protein, good salt, only 4 gram carb, so it is really wonderful. 各位朋友，我係 Andrew 翻嚟啦。我啱啱喺個 oven 嗰度咧就攞咗出嚟，就焗咗175度咧就30分鐘。可能咧，如果你 oven 細咧，焗耐些少嘅，咁你揾個牙籤篤下去，如果冇嘢黐咧，就應該 OK 啦。咁呢個咧其實咧可以食咧，可以係早餐啦、晏晝餐啦，或者食晏晝 dessert 啦，或者 snack 啦，4點零鐘嘅 snack 啦，或者夜晚食飯都可以食得，因為4 gram carb 嘅啫。嗱，好靚仔啦，好 nice 啲。OK， 咁我而家就俾個羹去試一試先，睇下點樣。嗱，裏邊就係咁樣嘅，睇唔靚唔靚？ how nice it is. Very, very nice. Okay. Very beautiful and is really eggy. It's almost like a蛋撻. It's very delicious. You can already smell that it's so good. Okay, so I will try a little bit. Wow, it's smooth, it's delicious. This is going to be a fantastic dessert, fantastic breakfast item. You want to do it as an item, you can do it as an evening dessert or snack. It's so good. Only 4 gram carbs. How wonderful that is. Just egg, easy to make, less than 10 minutes. You make that, just bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. Mix time, less than 10 minutes, done. Thank you again. Looking forward for next time with, again, more easy recipe to get you to enjoy quality of life. Even though your blood sugar is pre-diabetic or pre-diabetes, no problem. We can still enjoy life just like normal person. Have a nice day. Take care and see you next week. Bye. Okay, everybody, I appreciate you enjoy the webinar. Now, before we go to answer question, I want to make sure that everybody really have the time to reserve your date for Hawaii time is on the 25th, June 25th at 9 p.m. For Hong Kong time is June 26th at 3 p.m. for the webinar for COVID-19 impacting pre-diabetic and diabetic patients. And that is such an important webinar. And we have a lot of people already signing up. I have allotted like something like 500 webinar Zoom space for everybody because it's become so popular. I know a lot of people are coming in. So you better sign up early or spread it among your friends. We'll send you the link already. If you didn't get the link, make sure let us know. We'll send you a link because that will help you to understand what is important of COVID-19 related diabetes and pre-diabetic patients. So you really have a very good understanding. Nobody actually give you a full picture. And we are the one who give you, Lowsutea will give you the full picture of why you need to think about vaccination or what is the right vaccination for you. So that will be a very, very important webinar for you and your friend to attend. And even you're not diabetes, you should get them to attend so you can better understand what is going on for COVID-19 related to anybody. Okay? 嗱，各位同友，下個禮拜6月26號係好重要咧。你哋真係要嘥依個個零鐘頭時間咧，聽阿 Professor Simon Au 講 COVID-19 同你嘅前期患病同埋糖尿病有咩關係咧？嗱，其實我今次咧係特別咧係 reserve 咗500個 seat 俾你哋嘅，500個即係 web 即係依個Zoom 嘅位置啦。咁你能夠 click into Zoom 啦。個原因咧就係因為好多人想嚟聽嘅，所以一定要咧係要有依樣嘢，大家去了解去做啲乜嘅，去去 prepare 呢個聽書啦 ，reserve 你自己嘅時間啦。6月26號夜晚sorry 晏晝3點鐘聽過，因為好多人咧知道咧，其實香港政府都冇乜任何解釋咩點對打咩。抗疫針有咩好啊？冇乜點解釋，但係我哋今次係特別做咗，由阿 Simon 講及有咩好處咧，同埋有好咧，咁能夠你多多了解，咁你咪能夠有一個更加好嘅 decision process 啦。點去即係咪我打唔打針啊？唔打針啊？有乜好處？有乜好處啊？咁全部都知道。So very important. Really think about attending that webinar on Hawaii time. June 25th at 9 p.m. I know for people from California it will be 12 a.m. It is late for you, but it's really good for you though. So do going to hope you attend. For Hong Kong time is actually June 26th at 3 p.m. by Professor Simon Lau. He trained thousands of already trained family medicine doctors. Okay, so now I have some question. The question is, first of all, is 4 gram carb is 1 bowl correct? 4 gram carb is 1 bowl. You know that bacon is just 4 gram carb. And actually, to be honest, I took 2. Okay, that's mean I took about 8 gram carbs one night because it's so good. I took 2. So delicious. Okay. 即係4 gram carb 係啱啱一個煲就4 gram carb 嘅 ，OK 記住啊。咁咧仲有另外一個 question 咧 ，Lowsutea 係咪 會 affect LDL 咪 HDL 咧？嗱，記住 Lowsutea 咧係只能夠降低 LDL， 但 HDL 咧係只係能夠你嘅 diet 啦、exercise 啦就 increase HDL 嘅。Keep that in mind. Lowsutea will lower LDL, but HDL will be increased by your exercise, low-fat diet, all those stuff that don't smoke will increase your HDL. So that will be the way how do you improve your HDL. And the HDL is the good cholesterol because high HDL, the chances of your heart attack will be lower. Okay, what is the source of blue light? Blue light 咧就係電視機啊嗰啲係 blue light 嚟嘅，所以要熄咗電視，因為藍燈咧係會影響你瞓覺睡眠嘅。So what is the source of blue light? Source of blue light is actually from a TV. So do not sleep with the TV on. It's not good for you. Okay. So what is the another question? What is cauliflower rice good for you? Is it vegetable or starchy vegetable? Now, cauliflower rice is good because it's low carb, so it is good for you. Starchy vegetable, what is the starchy vegetable? For example, your starchy vegetable will be corn. You know, corn. You take corns, there's not a lot of starch, so those are starchy vegetable. Cauliflower 咧，即係呢個椰菜花，係一個好嘅vegetable。咁依家你知有椰菜花粉做飯噶嘛？咁呢個係 good 嘅，因為佢 low carb 咁就低碳水化合物啦。咁仲有咧 starchy vegetable 咩啊？粟米啦 ，starchy vegetable 啦。咁你千祈唔好食咁多粟米咧，因為呢個對你唔正仔嘅。咁同埋仲有一樣啦，就係另外一個 question 咧就係 Is there a way to tell your diabetes come from genes? Well, to be honest, if your parents your grandparents are diabetes, the chances of you being diabetic will be high. So naturally, you got to work with doctors to go with the gene study. But in the sense that you might not need to really do a gene study. If your family already have a tree of diabetes, meaning that your parents or grandparents who have diabetes, so the chances for you to have diabetes is high. So you should already start checking. 記住有個另外一個問題咧，係咪即係如果有基因會有糖尿病咧？咁其實老實講，如果你係本身你爹哋媽咪，你個阿爺阿嫲或者你媽咪嗰邊阿公阿婆已經係有糖尿病，個 chance 喎你有糖尿病係高嘅。OK， 咁希望大家答晒所有問題啦。嗱，記住下個禮拜26號，記住3點鐘去 sign up 聽書啊，因為呢個係對你係10分幫助嘅。So remember next week on the June 25th, listen to COVID-19 related your webinar to your problem with diabetes or pre-diabetic. So that what impact to you. So listen to that webinar. Looking forward to see you next week. Take care. Dr. Simon I will be there. Professor is a really good doctor and he's wonderful. Okay, you take care, my friend. See you later. Bye.